What's up, guys? I'm back again with another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys all about my friend Joy Lambdin.
Whoop whoop! Hi, Joy.
This could be a tutorial video.
It could be.
About how to be Joy Lambdin. Alright, now tell us. Actually, yeah, tell us. How do you be Joy Lambdin? What made you you? In a short summary.
What made me me? Short summary. This is hard. I don't know how to answer this. My family, God.
What's the Joy Lambdin starter pack?
Ooh.
Actually,
Definitely what she's holding.
Yeah, coffee, red lipstick.
Coffee, lipstick. Music.
Music?
Books. Done.
I've never seen you listen to
Mic
music.
drop.
Yeah, I've never seen you listen to music. You're not one of
Okay,
those
but
people
in
that
what
like.
settings have you guys seen me in?
When
Like, why would I be listening to
when we
music like,
puzzle?
at kids' church? We watch movies when we puzzle.
We could listen to music.
Okay, next time I'll listen to music.
I don't know. What kind of music did you listen to, though? I might not like
A
it.
very diverse music taste.
Oh, me too.
Really?
A little bit of everything.
Interesting.
Well, what's your favorite?
Country.
Oh, yeah, I've listened to that with you.
Yeah. See?
In the car.
Where do you come from?
Like what place?
Sure.
Oh, well, I was born and raised in Stockton.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop. I
know
love
about
it there.
that.
It's like my favorite place in the world.
You love Stockton?
Seriously, I have gone to so many places, not to brag or anything,
In Stockton?
but I've been to so many places, and there's
even been to
nothing better than Stockton, California.
And you've been to
I
Africa.
stand by it. I've been to Africa multiple times.
What makes Stockton so great? I'm not a Stockton hater.
Stockton is like one of the most community-based cities. Like, everything is about community. Everything is about... Now, people like to look at it and be like, oh, it's all about the hood. It's all about the gangs. Like, yeah, we're all family. But really, like, truly on a real level, it is so community-based. And everybody just, like, cares. People that live and are from Stockton, like, they care about the community of Stockton. And they care about the people. And they really want to impact it. And it's just, it's my favorite place.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a barista.
Wow.
Yeah.
You love it?
I love it so much.
How long have you been doing that?
It'll be 2 years in August.
Only
Dang.
2 years.
Yeah.
Like at that place or like doing barista things?
Well, this is my first barista job, and it'll be at this place.
Dang.
But she used to
been there for 2
barista at
years.
home.
Kind of. It's different. You know, we were like just messing around at home. We just like all liked coffee.
Oh.
Most. Not all of us love coffee.
How
but
many
there's-
people?
out of my family love coffee?
Mm-hmm.
A lot. A lot of us love coffee.
How many
There's
people are in your family?
There's 14 of us siblings.
16 total?
16 including my parents, yes.
Oh.
Dang.
And I think only 3 that I can think of don't like coffee.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good percentage.
Even the littles.
The
Even
littles.
my little nieces and nephews, they love coffee.
What?
How old are they?
The oldest is 8. Well, Rosie's older than that, but Rosie's like practically a sibling, so she doesn't really count. But Clive's 8 or 9.
How old's Rosie?
Rosie's 13.
And they both love coffee?
Yes.
When do you feel like is a good age to give your child coffee?
Well, I have a really different perspective on this because growing up, we went to this tutor because me and my sister had severe dyslexia. And so we went to this tutor, and she told my mom, she was like, if you want, this is when Amy, my older sister, was like, am I not supposed to say that?
No, because we were just talking about Amy.
Oh, okay. I was like, am I not supposed to expose Amy?
No.
She was little at this point. She was like, I mean, she was younger.
Amy
She was like
little.
8.
Isn't she older than you?
She is. She was like 8. And the tutor was like, I think what will really help Amy in doing schoolwork, because mom was like, she can't focus, she can't read. She's like, I think what will really help her is if you sit down and you give her a cup of coffee before you do homework.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, she's 8. What? You want me to give her a cup of coffee? She was like, just try it. And so mom tried it with Amy, and it worked. It was like magic. Like, Amy suddenly could focus. She was reading. And so mom started giving us all coffee. And so we started drinking coffee at a really young age. Like, I don't think there was a time. I think when we got to the point where, like, the whole family was drinking coffee, and you're, like, 5, 6 years old, and you're like, can I have coffee? Like, my mom was like, sure. And, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that effect.
Yeah, because, I forgot the word. But, like, basically if you have, like, high energy, and then you add more caffeine to increase the energy, then you're just going to shoot down and have low energy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sure we all have some kind of problem. But coffee helps.
I feel like some people, coffee makes them more tired.
Yeah, I drink a cup of
Yes.
coffee before bed every night. It's like, I don't know. But I always joke that coffee does what I need it to do, because I also drink it right in the morning when I wake up, and it wakes me up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because when you're tired, it's still going to give you that boost. But if you have energy, it's going to knock you back down somehow.
Yeah, that's wild.
So, yeah.
Wow. Wait, when did you start drinking coffee to go to sleep?
It wasn't like I'm drinking a cup of coffee to go to sleep. It was more just
Oh.
like, we're having coffee with dessert.
Oh.
So you start to drink it, and then it was like, coffee before bed, a nice cup of, like, you know, people are like, cup of tea before bed, calms me down.
British people.
Kind of became that way with coffee. Like, just have a cup of coffee before bed. Popcorn in a movie.
Dang.
Do you prefer movies or shows?
That's
Or
such
book.
a hard question. Well, I for sure prefer books
Yeah.
over
No.
anything.
Book for sure.
But shows or movies? I don't know. I don't think I could pick.
Joy sees every show.
No, I
Are you
have
serious?
not. No.
You're like my aunt. My
Name
aunt
a
has
show.
seen everything.
Name a show.
Well,
don't name what you're thinking, though. She hasn't seen that.
she hasn't?
Mm-mm.
Dang it.
How do you know?
She should.
How do you know? You don't know what I've seen.
Have you seen Big Brother?
No.
See?
Joy knows every show.
I
Tell
know,
her.
I
Tell her.
told you
not
no.
that
Okay, fine. Have you seen Dancing with the Stars?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you
know
seen
that.
Survivor?
Yes.
Have you
Those
seen
are reality shows. Those don't count.
You want to we should do fantasy Dancing with the Stars.
We should. Once we find out all of the
Contestants.
cast. We should.
Those Mormon wives are on there.
I know. I really want Jen Affleck to win.
Really?
Because I don't want What's Her Face to win. I hate Whitney.
You watch that show?
See?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, reality. What's another show?
Jersey
not-
Shore.
Yes.
You seen that?
You're kidding me. Please.
What's not reality?
A sitcom. New Girl. She's
Oh,
seen
The
that.
Office?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm just thinking of popular ones. I haven't even seen. Have you seen iCarly?
Yes.
Have you
Name
seen
a show.
Queen of the South?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that one's so good. Okay.
I was kind of sad though. I wanted her. I'm like one of those like OGs that really wanted her to end up with that one guy, and then she's like, I don't know. I
That
get
one
it.
was
I get the
really
feminist part
good.
of it, but
Yeah, that one like had me on the edge.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
what?
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
okay. I have technically seen The Summer I Turned Pretty, but I only watched the first season, and then I was like, I hate this. This is not like the
Exactly.
books, and it's making me mad. And I hated that everybody was Team Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I really did. I was like, I'm so done with these people. They don't know what they're talking about. They need to read the books.
No, because I was one of those people, and then I read the book.
And you're still Team Jeremiah?
No.
Okay, but did you watch the show first before reading the book?
Well, guess.
No, I can't.
But-
No, we can't.
No.
This
I'm
is my
not.
heart now.
I'm not Team Jeremiah. Honestly, I don't like her.
Belly?
Yes.
Well, nobody likes Belly, but you can't be Team Jeremiah. He sucks. He's the
No.
most boring plain man ever.
No.
You want
That
to end
sad
up
boy
with someone
sucks.
like that? Who's boring?
Jeremiah's not boring. He's
He's
fun.
funny.
He's
No,
funny.
he's not. He's dumb. He only wanted her because We're not having this conversation. You read the books.
I did. I read them.
You read them all.
Yes.
And you still are not Team Conrad.
Yes. Well, I don't like any of
Okay,
them.
well, we're just never gonna agree.
If you could wear one word on your shirt for 1 year, what would it say?
Just go get crazy.
And I have to wear this shirt
For a whole year.
I have to wear this shirt every day.
My shirt
And it
would
only
say,
says one word.
My shirt would say
Jesus.
Carissa.
It's the answer to everything.
You would say Jesus.com.
Yeah. Period.
Your answer is Carissa. I heard that.
No.
I know you said that. It would say Carissa. My name.
I don't know what to say now.
Maybe USA. If not,
Now
Jesus.
that's joy. Now that's joy, sure.
One word. Can I put like can it be a question mark?
Yeah, because she was going to put Jesus, what did you say,
Period.
period? Yeah.
No, can I just
She
put
put Jesus,
question mark.
period. Like the word period. What were you going to put?
Just a question mark.
That's it?
I don't know. What should I put? I don't know.
Oh,
Jesus with a question mark. What does that mean?
That probably would make people come up to you and be like,
Yes, this girl at church camp had a shirt, and on you saw her?
I thought you were going to talk about our roommate.
Was she in our room?
No, our roommate, like the one who was in charge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that sure was funny too.
She had a shirt that said, what is from the 1900s?
Most likely, oh, that one. I got him that. No, on the first day, I think the shirt she wore on the first day.
Oh yeah, her shirt on the first day. She was like all tired.
Most likely to break out in a song, and then we find out we're sharing a room with like this random church, and she's like gonna be in the room with us, and Bethany's like, "Oh no." But then when I told her that later in the week, I told her that, and she's like, "That's so funny." And then I told her we made a meme, or Bethany made a meme about it.
But what was her other one? The 1900s.
Oh yeah, I got this shirt for somebody. It says,
Don't judge me. I'm still
No.
from the I was born in the 1900s. Some 1900s.
Siri, you got that? Shirt that says something about I'm from the 1900s. This other girl though, on her shirt it said don't go to church. I almost said don't go to church. On the front of the shirt it says don't go to church, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. But on the back it says be the church.
ooh.
Fire.
What does it say? Yes, be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s. Isn't that so peach?
That is so BJ.
Never seen him wear it though. He was so excited when I gave it to him.
I've never seen him wear it though. That's amazing.
That's funny. I got him one and it said, "This is my cowboy shirt," or "I'm a cowboy," or something like that. And he used to wear it all the
Yay,
time.
where's that?
Get a better shirt.
That was a really funny shirt.
That's
Wait,
funny.
so your shirt's saying Jesus period?
Yeah, or USA.
USA.
How do you know about that?
How do I know about that?
She's the
How do
literally.
I know about that?
Wait. What? I thought Zach made that up.
You're lying. Are you being serious?
No.
That's from something?
Soccer fans made that up.
Oh.
It's just like a sports thing. It's like an Olympics thing, pretty much.
Never heard it. I've never been to the Olympics though.
USA. I've never been to the Olympics either.
I don't know.
Aren't they
You've been
coming next
everywhere.
year?
Yes. No. Well, not next year. 2028
26,
LA.
8.
Woo. I'm
2020.
volunteering.
Huh?
I'm volunteering. Me and Kelly are already signed up as volunteers.
What? For
I
what
know.
sport?
No,
You
just
don't know yet. You just like volunteer as a
Dang,
whole.
that'd be
and
crazy.
wait. How do you get that volunteer?
You can literally do it online.
Oh, I'm there.
Oh, send us the link.
Okay.
Do you think the president will be there? Whoever the president is. Wait, would it be the same president? No, it's a different president.
Look at her. Look at her. She's judging you. She's judging you hard.
Look at her nails. Look at her nails. This is 1776.
They actually just say 76.
Wait, what?
They're my 4th of July nails.
76?
Do you
Next
know?
year's gonna be
do
the
you know-
500th 4th of July. I mean,
No. You're so wrong. It's insane.
wait, what?
Oh my god.
We're at 250 next year.
250th.
250.
My
I know,
dad
I'm
told
going
me.
to Washington, D.C. You want to go?
My dad told me he remembers the 200th.
I know my mom does too. She was at Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah,
and
your
there's
mom
all
told
these
me about
fireworks.
this.
Why? She kills me.
I was excited for it in December. So I think we're at a
Ooh.
soccer game. And she
Yeah.
started telling me about her
Probably.
200th 4th of July.
Sounds like
I
it.
get to tell my kids about this someday. I gotta do something epic next year. I need to start planning. I need to start planning my outfits. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ready, but I'm gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, yeah, do you think the president would be there?
Totally.
If I was the president, I would go.
As you should.
Wait, do all the presidents or dictators and all that jazz go?
Most of the time.
Oh.
It's like kind of crazy if you don't. It's like the biggest sporting event ever. You don't just like not go.
And how come like a war doesn't ever break out?
At the Olympics? Because the Olympics is all about unity.
Aw, that's
the
so
point. It's
cute.
all about us
Yeah,
coming
you're
together.
Yeah, but sometimes if people are beefing, do they not show up?
Yeah, because
They
that's
They
a
did the
lot of
Olympics
pressure.
in Nazi Germany. Hitler was there, and we still showed up to the Olympics, and there was no war that broke out. Although we
Wait, were
made a
they still
statement.
like... Never mind.
We made a big statement. It was a big thing. You could watch the movie Race, or you could watch the movie Boys in a Boat. It's all about it. 10 out of 10 recommend both those.
I'll write those down.
I'll listen to this and write it down.
Race is about the black runner Jesse Owens. It was like so good, and he went. I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. And then Boys in the Boat is about all these poor kids.
Didn't that one
ended up
just
being
come
really
out?
Good. Yeah, but the book is better. Read the book.
Read the book before
You
the
watch
movie.
the movie, but the movie's also good. So
That's funny.
What's your favorite movie about America? There's only a one right answer. Never mind. I'm sorry. There's not one right answer.
please share what you think the right answer to that is.
No, Alyssa can go first.
Okay, it has to be a tie. Can I give you two?
Yeah.
1776 and The Patriot. Those are my
Were one
favorite
of
movies
those
about America.
answers?
No.
No.
I've never seen either of those.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
So they couldn't be my answer anyway. So that's good.
What
What's
was your
yours?
answer?
No, you have to go yours.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen those movies either. I gotta add those all to my
Okay,
to be watched.
But just pick your favorite American movie.
Can you please share your answer, Carissa?
I'm thinking.
That
That's
you
why I
had
wanted
one.
her
You
to
said there
go.
was only one right
To
answer.
find Disney Channel games.
Oh
I'm just
my
kidding. I'm
lord.
just kidding. I don't know. I'm trying to think of more stuff.
yeah.
The only one I can only think of one. Okay, that's why. So there's one I'm answering. Because I only had one in my mind.
Share it.
There's only two I can think of. And I know the other one's probably not it.
No, nothing's coming to mind.
American Sniper was really good.
Super good. Agreed.
I watched White House Down with Joy.
Oh yeah, we did. It's good. Neither of those are like about America though.
No, White House
American
Down is not.
Sniper is obviously it's about the military and
White
like
House
that's a
Down
good
is not
movie. I would
about
like watch
anything.
it on like Veterans Day or something, but it's not like a movie I'd be like that's so about America. You know what I mean? Like Patriot is literally about the Revolutionary War. And 1776 is about the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
No, I watched this one movie where they're pouring tea.
Oh, yes.
Yep, what movie is it?
Well, that's in The Patriot.
Well, it wasn't that. Well, maybe it was. Alright. This conversation's over. Next.
Technically, we should celebrate 4th of July all month because the Declaration of Independence wasn't fully signed until August 1st.
Oh, don't tell her that. She'll go crazy.
Who?
She'll bright.
That's what July is for.
Thank you.
This is what we
Agreed.
wait for all year.
Yeah, but she's talking about like next year, like emphasis on like celebrating the
No,
whole
we should
month.
do it every year.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
This is a great
do it every
country. And people need to respect
is.
it more.
Oh. Dang.
And they need to respect Stockton, too.
Yes.
Just
put
not
some
as much-
respect on Stockton.
But respect America more. Like, let's be for real, guys. Like, this is a privilege.
For real. How do you feel about?
Do you have a favorite state?
Me?
Mhm.
California's the best state,
It
but
really is.
if you are like the prettiest state to drive through is Kentucky, hands down.
Really?
Mhm.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Wait, which way did you drive through Kentucky? Like, west to east? Or did you drive north to south?
I drove all over Kentucky.
Oh. I drove through Kentucky.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't think it was pretty?
No.
The horse ranches,
Maybe I didn't drive past the horse ranch. I don't think I did.
and then the mountains in the fall in Kentucky, they're gorgeous.
I was there in the spring.
Okay. Well, agree to disagree.
I don't know.
Kentucky,
Actually,
to me,
don't
was
like
the
that.
prettiest
I want to
state.
do it again. I know you're gonna be mad at me though. Yeah, I think think California I'm gonna
do
is
it
one of
again,
the
though.
greatest states, but also it's hard because I don't think California represents America as much as other states.
No.
Well, I mean, I guess it does.
I
to
mean,
an
no, I
extent.
don't. Yeah, I guess
In the case of like diversity,
I thought it was gonna
yeah.
hit the frog.
there are a lot of great historical things about California.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, California is not politically where I think a state should be. But there's hope for California.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting places. We're going places.
We love California.
LA County is not the majority.
They are the majority.
Yeah, when it comes to voting. It's just because there's a ton of Northern Californians and Central Californians that don't vote.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. What do I think of the state of our country economically?
California.
I think we are headed in the right direction. I'm still not really impressed with where we are, and I think I wish we were farther. I think we should be farther, ultimately. But and I think that, like, a real important factor when it comes to economics in our country, and specifically us, is that, like, California's economics aren't great.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the country is not necessarily in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
So people from California want to be like, oh, like, what happened? I thought you were going to have a great economy when Trump got in office. And it's like, you don't have a great economy because our governor is the worst, but the rest of the country is, like, headed in a really great direction. And if you look numbers-wise, even just from the last time Trump was in office, we're headed in that direction again.
Mm.
So I'm hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
How does the economy improve? Like, how did it get better?
What do you mean?
You say it's getting better. How did that happen?
We're heading in the right direction. Because of laws that have been passed since Trump's been in office. Like, he just passed a really big bill that is going to have a really big effect on our economy. And I actually think it's going to be really good. There are things I don't love about the bill, but
What's the
whatever.
bill?
It's called the Big Beautiful Bill.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You think I'm lying? Do you think I'm making this up?
Serious,
Where's
very
the-
big, beautiful bill.
Yes, there is. Anyway, and hopefully it lowers gas prices. We get produce back in California. That's going to be really good. But a lot of things in California are really rough because of Newsom. I'm going to be so real with you. If we could take the oil out of the ground in California, we have so much gas in California that we just don't use. It just sits there. We don't use it because he's been like, oh, it's bad for the environment.
How do we know it's not bad for the environment?
Well, we don't necessarily know that for a fact, and there are probably parts of it that aren't great for the environment. That's probably true fact.
But it's good for the
that.
economy.
But yeah, would you are you scared of the world burning up in the next 10 years?
Me no.
Yeah. So there are people that are scared of that. And if you're really scared of that, then I guess that could be something you're worried about happening. But it just is like, the whole environment thing is ridiculous. Like, yes, right, there's a case for global warming. Ultimately, as a Christian, I'm like, yeah, we're in global warming. This is all a part of the whole plan. Let's just be real. Jesus is coming back soon. And I think that, yeah, we're headed in that direction. I don't think it really has anything to do with our environment, like, as humans. I don't think we are, like, pouring trash everywhere, and that's the reason the Earth's heating up.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT. Isn't ChatGPT bad for the environment?
I have no idea.
Oh, it is.
That's what we've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because there's, I don't know though, because it kind of doesn't make sense, but it kind of does. You know how, like, a computer, like, how it gets warm when you're using it?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bunch of those. And then when you're using chat, apparently, they're all getting warm. And then it's making the earth warmer. No. Seriously.
I'm not sure about this thing. You ask Siri way too many questions. It's honestly not good.
Siri
You gotta get off
answers.
online.
Siri answers.
Doesn't matter. You have to get off. You can't trust Google. You think you can trust Google? What Google's telling you? It's all a lie. It's all a lie.
Well, how do you know about the big, beautiful bill?
Because... What do you mean?
You Googled it.
You got her. You got her.
No, not because I Googled it. Because I researched things. Because I care about things.
How'd
There's
you
nothing to do
research
with
it?
Google. This is just a fact. It's a thing that exists that we know for a fact. You can't be asking Google
You
about
probably
global
found out
warming.
on CNN.
No.
I don't get it, though. How do you know what's a good news and how do you know what's bad news?
Well, honestly, I watch it all.
Oh, that's good.
And then I just decide what I think and what I agree with.
Do you think you have good discernment?
It's not- I do, yes.
Have you ever, like, taken one of those tests?
Like a spiritual gifts test?
Yeah.
I have.
Oh, what'd you rank high in?
I mean, I'm not sure I agree with this way of doing spiritual tests, like spiritual gifts.
Well, yeah,
I
how'd
don't
you
know
do
if
it?
I believe you can be tested,
Yeah.
you know?
How'd you do it?
Just online.
Like, they asked you a bunch of questions?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I ranked high in like discernment, hospitality, you know, all those things. That's why I think the tests are kind of like, I don't know, how real can they actually be? You don't know. Nobody knows that your actual spiritual gifts. You know your spiritual gifts.
Yeah.
This is true.
But, like, since you're giving your opinion on your own, like, actions, which
Like,
also...
yes, I'm saying I think I have good discernment.
Yeah.
I also think I'm very hospitable.
See? So it's kind of
But
accurate because,
but
like,
it's
you're the
hard-
one ranking yourself.
I know, but in my mind, I'm like, you could be hospitable too. It doesn't really matter if that's something that comes naturally to you. If
Yeah.
you work at it,
Yeah.
you can be, which you should be because it's biblical.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like, you know, is that a spiritual gift that I just have
Oh, like,
because
you don't
God's
agree that
gifted it
those
to
are
me? Or is
spiritual
it
gifts?
just because I worked at it and I did it because it's biblical?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
A lot of the things we deem spiritual gifts, I'm like, no, that's just something every Christian should have. And
Like
do.
administration. That's
Sure.
my number one. Or
Really?
I think my number two.
But even that, like, every Christian could be a leader.
No, administration and leadership. You think they're the
There are
same?
some people. Yes.
Really?
Actually, those are two different options on the test.
Exactly. You're proving my point about this test. I think leadership and administration go hand in hand.
Yeah. Those are things like I enjoy doing, and that's why I was like, oh, I'm good. Well, I didn't say I was good at it. I'm like, yes, I like doing that. I like doing that. I love doing administrative tasks.
Yeah.
But yeah, anybody could become good at that.
Mm-hmm. But you feel like it was like natural to you? Like it came like naturally?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
I
But you
did it.
just
No, that's...
you said you liked doing it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Do you feel like you
But what if
worked
I
at
was
it, though?
never
Like, some
given the
people-
opportunity to do it?
I know, but like those things, like that would not come naturally to me. Administration things. I wouldn't be good at that.
Same.
But if I work, I'm not saying it's not possible. I could do it. I could figure it out. But it's not something that I would be like, oh, I'm naturally organized, or I'm really good at filing these things, or I'm really good at doing this, and like, I'm
I
just
just
not.
do that when I get bored.
Yeah, so it's natural to you. So there are things that are just natural because of your personality. But I just think we get too like caught up in like, this is my spiritual gift. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, sure, that may be something you're really good at, and maybe that's something you want to have a future in or whatever. But
It's like the Enneagram.
you can't be letting it like control your life. Yeah. Yeah, it's like personality tests.
Yes.
Like,
you
you're-
can't
don't
make
put
it your
yourself in a
personality.
box. Don't put God in a
Oh,
box.
I don't do that because I'm a 7.
Yeah. I am a 7, by the way.
Oh, I think I am too.
Look at us, twins.
So you were raised in the church. How was that like growing up?
It was really good. I think my parents did a really good job of finding a in-between of raising your kids in a, like, raising them up in the way they should go, while also giving us a lot of independence when it came to our relationship with God, and it being personal and not just because our whole family went to church or because our whole family followed Jesus. It was like, no, they just did a really good job of being like, this is something that's important to us, and while you're living in our home, you're gonna participate in these things.
Yeah.
But it's up to you to really find your personal relationship with God and the everyday relationship. And so, yeah, I think I had a really, really good experience. Yeah.
Where do you have like a specific example that like you can tell us from like that independence balancing like this is like the way?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's an example, but I just think like I'll explain it further. I think my parents were really good at not shoving it down our throats. Like, they weren't like, this is what you believe. This is the only way you're going to go to hell if you don't believe this. It wasn't about that. Those weren't the conversations we were having. It was more like, I'm watching my parents every day live a life that is so sacrificial and so immersed in God and His plan for their life. And everything was about trusting God all the time, like in everything
so they just
you did.
like they did it. Like
Yeah,
they just
they just did it.
They just lived it.
Yeah, and I listened to people, even like from a very young age. I listened to people who would be like, I hate God, I would never be a Christian, but if there's something I can respect about your parents, it's the way that they live out their lives. And like, if anything shows me God, it's that. And so seeing that and other people, like hearing other people that also are seeing it, who would say they would never follow God, was, I think, really impactful. And just like the real faith. And I think it's really hard to see. There's not that there's not a lot of it out there. Like, I think there are Christians out there that have this, but just like, I don't know, like, we were not raised, my parents were in ministry and Christian education for most of our lives, and we didn't have a lot of money, and we didn't, but it never was something that was like a big thing. Like, I didn't know really that we didn't have money, and it wasn't because we did, but because every time my mom or dad were like, oh, like, it's gonna be a tight month, it was like not even something they said, because God just like always provided, and it was in the most crazy ways. And like seeing that, when you see that every day on like such a real level, I think it does something. Like even as a kid, you're just like, wow, like you just like prayed or what, mom? Like you just are living this life. Like this person just dropped off money at your doorstep. Like what? But real, like it was like, no, this lady called. I mean, we had this one time where like they were really struggling, and they had mom had to make this big payment on the car, and she was like, all right, like, you know, again, who knows where the money's coming from. And this lady called my dad and was like, hey, are you guys home today? Can I come over? And it was someone they taught in Brookside like years ago. Hadn't seen her in years. She comes to the house and she's like, God just like, she was like, I'm not a Christian anymore. Like she was like, I'm not following God, but I woke up this morning and there's nothing I can tell you except for that the voice of God told me to give you this. And dad was like, you know, just took the envelope and was like, all right, like didn't know what was in it. And she was like, so yeah, like I'm gonna go now. Like she really didn't want to get caught up in the house. She didn't want to get caught in the conversation, right? Like she didn't want to be lectured. So she leaves and dad opens the envelope and it's like the exact amount on the car payment. Wow. And just like, you know, like you hear stories like that a lot, but when you're 11, you know, 9 years old and you're seeing it every day, I think it was really impactful in my life. Mm. And that was the way that we saw God, not necessarily by, you know, my parents like shoving it down our throat every day. But there also just were like important values. We all sat down and we ate dinner together every night and we read the Bible together, and I'd wake up in the morning, my dad would be sitting in his chair reading the Bible with a cup of coffee, and he'd just start reading out loud, and like just things that were like, I don't know, simple, that you just it didn't feel pushed, and it was something we all wanted and like we were really excited about. Like it was impactful for us.
If you can give a working definition of what is a Christian, what would that be?
A working definition. Well, I mean, I think like just the basics. If you've asked Jesus into your heart and you believe he's the Son of God and that he sacrificed his life for you, then you're a Christian. But on an everyday life, I think a lot of it is like love and sacrifice and like real, it sounds so cliche, but like real faith, you know, like, and in that sacrifice, because I think modern Christianity, and this is specifically westernized Christianity, is very like soft and like, oh, you know, I believe and I've accepted Jesus and I was baptized and I did all the right things and I talked to Jesus, and but there's no like actual sacrifice, and that's like what it takes. And I don't think you really know. I don't think you can, I don't want to say this, I say this lightly, I don't think you can actually be really personal with Jesus until you know what sacrifice is on some level. And we don't even know it on the same level Jesus does. We won't ever. But if you don't have a little bit of sacrifice in your life, you get really comfortable. And that's just not where I think you should be as a Christian. I don't think comfort is good. I don't think it's healthy, really. And I don't think, I think we strive for happiness, especially in America, and that's just not a reality. I don't think you should be, I don't think that's like, I'm not saying you should be unhappy, but that shouldn't be your goal in life, is to be happy, because that's not what the Bible says. That's not what we're promised. We're supposed to be holy, and a lot of times to be holy is things that don't necessarily make us humans happy.
So growing up, you have 13 siblings.
No.
I mean, growing up, not really.
Break it down.
I've only ever lived in a home with 6 at a time.
Make that make sense. For the viewers.
My youngest sister is 13 and my oldest sister is 38. And 7 of us are biological and 7 of us are adopted. And most of the adopted, we adopted later in my life. We adopted Christiana. She was the first. She was 6 weeks. And I was 6. So I was really young when we adopted Christiana. And then my older sister, we also adopted when I was very young. But other than that, the other ones, I mean, I was like 16, 17 when we adopted them. So they weren't like, some of them were adults, some of them were minors. But even the minors, like I was really only in the home with them for 5 years-ish, on and off. But, so, yeah, I wasn't raised with 13 siblings. I would probably say, for most of my life, I had 8 siblings. Or there were 8 of us total.
How was that growing up? Or at least, like, teenage years?
What? How was what?
Like having, like, adopted siblings.
It was good. It's another one of those things that, I really saw my parents' faith. I mean, yeah, it was good. I, like, couldn't imagine my life without them. It's hard right now because you're just like, they're my siblings. Like, what do you even mean? I'm not gonna, like, look back and be like, it was hard. They're rough because, like, they're my siblings.
Yeah.
So it's not like we would give them back. But I think that it was definitely rough, and it's a hard thing to do, and they have a lot of trauma, and hurt people, and because of that, I think it led to a lot of issues and trauma on our end as kids who were in the home. So I mean, yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't ever something that we took lightly, but yeah, it really wasn't until, like, I wouldn't say I noticed it getting really rough. Like, I was like, oh, wow, like, this is hard. Until we got my very younger siblings when I was 16. And at that point, like, we were only, really, Mom had sat us all down. It was me, Daniel, and Christiana. We were the only ones that were in the house at the time. And she was like, how do you guys feel if we adopt? Or we start fostering, that's what it was. And we were like, yes, more siblings, we love it. And first it was, oh, well, the county will only approve us for 1 kid. And then it was like, well, we have 2 kids, we have twins. And we really want you to take them in because we want them to be together. And, and then there's that part. Like, you're not going to, I mean, I guess maybe some people would, but we're not going to, as a person, be like, no, sorry, we can only take 1 twin in. Like, that's just crazy. They're twins. They're siblings. And so we took both the boys in, and then a couple months after that, we got their younger sister. And suddenly the county was fine with approving us for 3 kids. And that's when it, like, got really hard. And I just think it's more like, you're in a different stage in life. My parents were older at the time, still, and you just, like, I don't know, you get to the point where you're like, I don't know, like, was it smart? I don't know. I couldn't look you in the eye right now and be like, it was so smart that my parents did that. Cause
wait, how old were the boys
it
at
was
the
hard.
time?
They were 9. Yeah, Mariah was 7. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could tell you it was smart, but at this point it's like, they're 15, Mariah's 13, like, you're in it. So you just gotta last, I guess, until they move out. They're really good. Like, I love them to death. They are some of my favorite kids ever. But it's not easy. And I think you shouldn't be under the illusion that it's easy, because it's never going to be. And we weren't under the illusion that it was going to be easy, but yeah, it gets harder than you think. They're rough.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, like Daniel,
Yes.
well, you guys are 5 years apart?
Me and Daniel, 4.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so, like, he was always there, but, like, he was younger. Like, you grew up with all sisters and didn't really have, like, another brother besides Daniel until you were, like, 15, 16?
Yeah, Daniel was the only boy. There's only 3 boys. Daniel was the only boy for a really long time.
3?
Yeah.
The twins.
What about Zach?
Oh, it's a whole other story. Zach is, yes. Zach was, I would consider Zach my brother. He's not legally my brother. He's not legally a sibling.
So is he not a part of the 14?
He's not, no.
He's on the wall.
He is on the wall.
He took Joy's place on the wall.
Because my mom does consider him a son, but, like, probably me and Daniel and Christiana are really the only ones that would consider Zach a brother. Grace, Zach was really in Grace's life, but they were more friends. Like, I think Grace would be like, Zach, you know, he's just like my buddy. But other than that, like, my older sisters would be like, oh yeah, we know Zach, he's around, but they would not consider him a brother. So yes, I introduce him to people as my brother. I consider him my brother, but we're not legally siblings. So yes, there are 3 boys. Daniel was the only boy for a very long time. Yeah, I was really only raised with sisters. We all shared the same bedroom, and Daniel got his own room because he was the only boy, which was crazy to all of us, but whatever. He had this little plaque on his door that was, like, blue, and it said Daniel Gaglienda Jr., and we were like, this is crazy. It's like a whole room to himself. Meanwhile, we're like 5 girls stuffed in one bedroom. It was crazy. But he learned a lot. I will tell you right now, that kid, he's going to make some girl real happy one day because he is trained. He is trained.
That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah.
How did your parents, like, raise him differently? Because, you know, like, never mind.
No,
Yeah.
keep going. I think this is going to be a good question. Keep going. I want to know.
You know how, like, some guys that are, like, raised with, like, a lot of sisters kind of, like, tend to be more feminine. And, like, they kind of just, like, it's the fact, like, oh, like, well, they were raised by a bunch of girls. But, like, your brother, he is not feminine at all.
He is. He is. Well, no, this is what I'm saying. I think it was, first of all, you have to think, we also were not raised by a dad who was like, oh, my little princesses. It was never like that. Like, he loves us and he serves us and he is, like, the best girl dad. But he was like, I ain't got no son, so y'all are working on the car, y'all are taking out the trash, y'all are mowing the lawn. Like, that's just how it was. And so when Daniel was born, it kind of made us all like, oh, good, there's a boy. Now we don't have to do any of this stuff. But in reality, like, yes, he was raised by girls. He was also raised by a ton of girls that were harsh and aggressive and athletic. And so we're not normal girls. We're cool girls. No. we were different. It wasn't the same. It wasn't like all my sisters played soccer on a collegiate level at the time that Daniel started playing soccer. So then it was like, they're out in the backyard, like, shoving him around. He's this, like, 6-year-old. He's playing with, like, Amy and Kristen, who are college athletes, and they're, like, tripping and shoving it like crazy. And he just, yeah. So he got that, like, roughhouse, still athletic boy thing, while also he will compliment you on your nails and your makeup and your hair, and he will tell you how to dress, and he will sit down and watch Pride and Prejudice with you. I'm just saying, that's why I'm saying he's...
And he'll cat fight with you, huh, Joy?
Oh, yeah. I mean, now he's, like, my best friend, so it's hard to be, like, you know, I'm kind of, like, biased.
Whenever I see you guys are enemies.
That's crazy. Does he say that? No, you know that, like, thing, that video?
You're my best friend.
Me and Daniel talk about it. Yeah. Me and Daniel talk about it all the time because that's literally us. I'll be like, oh, we're best friends. And Daniel's like, yeah.
You're my best friend.
I'm definitely your best friend. That's literally Daniel.
That's so funny.
So you've gone to church for 22 years now.
Yes. Crazy.
You've probably seen a lot of people.
Pause. I just celebrated
Your reborn
my
birthday?
born again birthday. Yes.
Wow.
Born again
On June
birthday.
7th. So say happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Joy.
Thank you.
Wow.
What kind of cake did you have?
I didn't have a cake. I don't like cake.
Wait. Does your mom still make you a cake even though you don't live there anymore?
Like for my birthday?
No, for your born again birthday.
Oh, I don't like cake.
Oh, does she make you anything?
Yeah, usually she's like, come over for dinner.
Oh.
What do you want? What do you want to eat? We're dinner people. We're not really dessert people. Kind of weird. I mean, we are dessert people. Yeah.
Dinner's so good though.
So you've seen a lot of people. Wait, how many churches have you gone like on a consistent basis? I guess you've probably been into a lot of churches.
Yeah. On a consistent basis.
Mm-hmm.
What's consistent? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna say 4.
Okay, so you've seen a lot of people come in and out,
Yes.
and with that, like coming even like out of their faith.
Yeah.
Why do you think that happens?
Because I know you said to be controversial, but
She's about
also
to give it
not
to us.
trying to be controversial. I think because we've gotten really, really soft. Like I already said, I think that churches have, like, the reason we have so much church hurt is because we have built up church and pastors as this, like, these godlike figures, and then when they mess up, even in a little, even like in a really small way, it hurts people like Jesus messed up. Like they equate it with God messing up. And we've done that by like making things too simple, too soft. Like we praise like Jesus highs and camps and worship nights, and we make it this like we're trying to give you a feeling, and we're trying to get you to a place where you're like, oh wait, I like this. I'm feeling the Holy Spirit in the room, and this is a high that I'm getting. And we don't teach them how to actually survive, and we don't teach them that it isn't going to be easy. And so I think that I'm not saying that church hurt isn't real, because I do think there are people that have been really hurt by the church. And I think it's valid in a lot of cases. But I also think that if we equipped people and we trained them and we actually discipled people instead of just giving them church highs, that we would see a lot less people leave the church. Because too many times it's like, oh, you came back from camp, and, you know, even with high schoolers, we used to hear this all the time. We did radical reality camps, and we used to hear it all the time. Church high, oh my gosh, I came home, I was like, wow, I just wanted to go to worship nights every night. And we praise that, right? We're like, yes, go, you worship God every night, yes. And it's like, what does that look like to you? What does worship mean to you? What are you actually doing? Are you just singing? Are you just feeling the high of the Holy Spirit? Because it is true, they're feeling something. And I'm not like negating that, but then we don't disciple them. And we just are like, okay, here's a Bible, go to church every week. And then they go home and they're still in the abusive home, and they're still dealing with the alcoholic dad, and they're still dealing with these issues, and they're still going to school and dealing with drugs, and they're still doing all these things. And then they go to church and they're like, oh, this is the feeling I got again. This is what I want. And then they're like, this guy is giving me this. This person right here, this youth pastor, this worship pastor is giving me this feeling. I'm going to do everything he does. And then when that guy messes up, or when he's not who you think he is, or just like on a really basic level, the person's like, oh, I'm done. I'm out. You're not who I thought you were. And you're who I was basing my relationship with God on, not on my actual relationship with Jesus, not on reading the Bible, not on knowing what worship actually is. Instead, it's like, and I think a lot of people struggle with, like, where were you? Like, where was the church when I was at home? Where was the church when I'm at school? You guys weren't there. I had no community. You just sent me back home.
Yeah.
And I still am dealing with the same crap I was dealing with before camp and before church. And so then, yeah, we're setting people up to fail, ultimately. And we're not discipling them, and that's not the point. And that's what creates, ultimately, a ton of lukewarm Christians that are just wandering around the place like, oh yeah, I love Jesus. No, you don't. You don't know Jesus. You just love the idea. You love the feeling you get when somebody prays for you. You love, because that is good. That is what's supposed to draw us in. But then you need to be discipled after that. And we don't do that.
Yeah, and then like there's places like it all like is in like verbiage too. Like they'll wait for like a moment, like, oh, the music's really low. You just worshipped like for a really long time. They're like, yeah, guys, like the Holy Spirit's in this place right now. It's like, wait, pause. No, the Holy Spirit's been here this whole time. Like, why are we only acknowledging it like with this moment?
Sure.
Because they're attaching that to that moment.
Yeah, and
like the room needs to be just like that to feel the Holy Spirit, and that's not true.
Yeah, and I think, we don't disciple people, and that's where we've messed up in the church, by giving people a feeling instead of the reality. Because it's not easy, and God is good. Like, it doesn't change the fact that God is good. But then it's just really cliche and classic. We hear all the time, like, why am I going through this? Why am I the one who's doing it? Why did my mom die? Why am I sick? Why me? God, what happened? I thought you were good. I thought you were the healer. I thought you were supposed to be here with me. Instead of really teaching people who God is, they just go out with this, like, well, they said you healed. They said you were this, and then you didn't. We don't do anything with that. And then we have a ton of people in leadership that can't answer their questions. So when they go and they're like, wait, you said God was the healer. Why didn't he heal me? And we have pastors that are like, oh, just trust, just have faith. That's not an answer. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
They're going to leave and go, what is faith? What does that even mean? Just have faith in what? A God who doesn't want to heal me? That's what I want to have faith in? That's what you want me to have faith in? That's crazy. And I've met pastor upon pastor who is like, oh, you just got to have faith. That's the answer to everything. It's like, do you know your Bible? Do you know? Because I'm not sure you should be leading this congregation if you can't answer any kind of question. And I get that there are questions that, right, is like God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts, and we will never understand some things. But you can't answer anything. You can't just give me basic biblical answers and principles. No, and they have no backbone. They can't defend their faith. They can't. And I'm telling you right now,
defending your faith.
We are coming to the end days, and you will need to defend your faith. And if you can't, I don't know where you're going to be, but it's not going to be with me.
It's not going to be with me.
And that's just it's reality. You have a ton of people who can't defend their faith. They have no idea what they believe. It's super sad.
Yeah. Yeah. I like what you said when you were like,
I always have weird facial expressions. You can't make fun of me.
I like what you said when you're like, oh, like, we bring them in from, like, the camp highs and this and that, and it's good, and it's good, and it's good. But, like, to keep them is, like, how you, like, teach them and train them and disciple them.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah. Okay.
But, yeah, like, the idea of, like, let's say someone's on a church staff or even just, like, a ministry team. And like, oh, yeah, we're family. Like, oh, yeah, this is our family. Oh, worship team, family.
Yeah.
Like, they emphasize that idea of family. And then it's like, all right, you're fired.
Yeah.
Oh, you made it.
Yeah.
Like, a family doesn't, like, hire and fire people.
Yeah.
So then when you are fired from your family, it's like, oh, what?
Yeah. I mean,
that doesn't make sense.
The Western church is a mess. It's a wreck. Seriously. If I have one, like, recommendation to people, go to Africa and experience church in Africa on the streets of Uganda or Congo, because those people are actually going through stuff. They are actually dealing with things. They are actually having real life problems, not just our dumb American problems.
Pastor hurt my feelings.
They're having real issues, and they aren't coming in on any kind of high. Most of them are coming in like, I am so wrecked. I don't know where to go. I don't know what I'm doing.
Rock bottom.
Yes.
Like they have no other
I have
option.
nothing. Yeah, I have nothing to do. I'm living on the streets every day. I'm getting attacked. I have nowhere to go. And then they go to church, and these people disciple them from day one. They bring them in, and they show them God, and they show them grace and love and sacrifice, and they teach them how to live. They teach them how to live a life that's not about having, it's not about having a house. Like, I'm not saying they give them houses and food and stuff. They don't do that. It's about separating your soul from who you are on earth. Because really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens to this. That doesn't matter. What matters is my eternal soul. And if I'm focused on that, and I'm focused on what matters to that, then you can actually go out and disciple people, and you can defend your faith, and you can know what you're believing, and you know why you're living.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on
My pastor hurt my feelings.
Yeah, not even that. Like, my friend and this, and they let me down, and I didn't do this, and I'm not saying, like, I know it feels like when I'm, like, talking like this, it's like, like, get your crap together, but, like, it's not that easy. I'm not saying it's easy, and there are things, right?
But
Like,
just have a little bit of grit. Like, have a little bit of, like, strength. Just a little
just
bit.
a little bit more than you do, but, like, yeah, no, we've gotten really comfortable, and I think that it's not anyone's fault necessarily. I just think we're human and we mess up, and that's when you have to come to the reality that nobody's God, and every human is going to mess up, and every human's going to fail. That's why, all these people are, like, shocked at the pastors and worship people and all these people that are coming out that have been like, hey, I messed up. And I did this for years and nobody knew it. And they're like, oh my gosh, another one bites the dust. Like, look at that. People are failing. What is this? We can't trust anybody anymore. And you're like, did you really trust them in the first place? Like, were you really that shocked?
Yeah.
Because no, you put this person up on a pedestal and you wanted them to live up to an expectation that was unrealistic.
Yeah.
Because we're human and we mess up. And I used to think this way about my dad. I used to be like, I used to tell people all the time, I have such a view of God's love, like, as a father, because my dad is the best. He's the most sacrificial. He does all this stuff. And he's amazing. But then I did YWAM, and they have a whole week that's Father Heart of God week. I don't even know this, but it's a big
Where'd you
deal.
YWAM?
I did YWAM in South Africa.
Oh.
It's Father Heart of God week, and I was like, oh, this week's going to be boring for me. Like, I already know the Father Heart of God, literally. And then we went, and I was like, oh my gosh. I literally finished the week, and I was like, I have so many problems with my dad. And not because I have daddy issues, but because I held him up to this, like,
Yes.
this is what Jesus is. This is what God the Father is. My dad, I know. And it was like, no, because then when my dad let me down, or when he wasn't God the Father in the perfect way, because it's impossible to be, I was like, you failed. You're failing. You messed up. Now we're never going to be the same. Sorry. I'm never going to have the relationship with you that I thought I would. And that's crazy. That's a crazy expectation to have on any human. And so it took me humbling myself and being like, wait, I had this on my dad. My dad didn't mess up. My dad's just human. He's just a regular guy. And I put him right next to Jesus.
Yeah.
And that was a me issue, not a him issue.
Yeah. And that's a lot of pressure on him, too, to, like, for him, if he were to ever, like, realize, like, oh, like, you have me so up here.
Yeah.
Like, so I have to be, like, close to perfect, or I have to be perfect. That's a lot of, like, stress to put on, like, an individual, or to put on, like, a pastor, or, like, your youth pastor, or worship pastor, or whatever, Like, for them to realize, like, dang, like,
Pastors
you're putting
are
me up
peoples
there.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Humans mess up. Like, I'm just like, look at the Bible. Everyone messed up.
Yeah.
There's not one person in the
Jesus.
Bible that was like, besides Jesus, that was like, oh, I'm perfect. And Jesus was like, yes, you're everything. Be this person. No, it says be like Jesus only.
Yeah.
Why there's so much turnover in the church building?
This is interesting. This is an interesting question. I think this is
Fired.
I think this is kind of,
Fired.
yeah. I think this is kind of,
Wait, would turnover underlie with other people, like, leaving the staff? Oh, okay.
Being fired, let go, forced to quit.
I don't know if this is a universal question. Like, I don't know if you could have, I don't know. In my opinion, I'm not sure there's one answer to this.
Yeah.
But I think that, and something I've noticed in churches I've gone to, is that we hire people based off the emotions they bring out in people. And, oh, she's a really good speaker. She had a Jesus moment. Let's put her up on stage and let her speak. And then they go, and then somebody comes, somebody who probably is a little bit more educated, and is like, hey, did you notice she just said that from the pulpit? And that's kind of crazy. And then they're like, oh crap, we messed up. Let's get her. And we're really not good at firing people in the church. Ow. Oh. We're like, just quietly go. You're resigning. She's stepping down to explore other options. And then that person is like, what the heck? No, I didn't want to do that. You put me in this position. You're not going to let me do it? And then, yeah, and we're not good at it. It should be something that's like really simple. It should be like, if you're a pastor, first of all, you're actually a pastor. You're not just a speaker, because there's a difference. Yes. You're actually a pastor. And you should be discipling somebody for years before you let them take over when you retire. Like, so long. It should be like, I've been giving to this person. I've been instilling everything into this person. And I've been actually, like, you know, as long as it's a really, like, God-ordained person and you actually think this is who you should be giving your church to. But I think staff is really hard because you have a lot of people that are really passionate about things, and they come in really strong, and they really want to do things, and ultimately their goal most of the time is to be the leader, not just in leadership. And so then they just kind of, we move them up the food chain, and if they don't get to head pastor, they move on to a different church because they want to be head pastor, and it just gets really complicated. But I don't think we do, like, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it done well.
What makes a pastor?
Well, are you talking about like qualifications or like biblically?
Just do qualifications.
'Cause I think like in the world,
Mhm.
like you should have an actual degree in biblical studies. You should probably have gone to Bible school. Actually Bible school, not just college, with a minor in Bible. And you should be ordained. But like, we let too many people speak from the pulpit on Sunday morning who should not be speaking from the pulpit. Because it's a big thing. Like, it's a big deal. And God is really serious about it. Like, you're going to get up on this stage and you're going to share something. And it's affecting people. Whether you think it is or not, it is. You're leading people somewhere. It's the same as in marriage, right? Like, the man is the head of the house.
Yeah.
And he is the leader. And ultimately, whether he thinks what he's saying is being heard or not, he is leading his wife and family somewhere. And we just put people up on stage and we're like, go speak. And then they're sharing and they're like, it was one Sunday, what's it going to do? But in reality, it's probably affecting a lot of people's lives. And a lot of people are like, wait, I didn't agree with that. Wait, did he mean that? Is that actually true? Is that what God thinks? Is that who God is? Because of their interpretation of something. And I think most pastors, like, that's what they're sharing, right, is their interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be Bible-based. It should be very Bible-based. You should have evidence in Scripture of what you're trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But we've gotten into storytelling instead.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to like a kid's pastor,
Mm-hmm.
do you think they should have the same requirements as a lead pastor?
My gut instinct is yes, but I also think it's a little bit different. I don't know. I never really thought about that. I think I want to say yes, really confidently, but I don't know. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I'm like, I feel like I want to hesitate, but I'm also like, leading children is really important, and leading youth is really important, equally as important as running a congregation. So, yeah, probably.
How do you feel about the idea of like youth director, children's director, but they're basically doing like the pastors, like a youth pastor, youth children, like job?
I mean, what do you mean? How do I feel about it?
Do you feel like they should be allowed that same like position? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Would you call those equal?
Like a youth director and like a youth
No.
pastor.
No, because if you're going to be called a youth pastor, it's because you're ordained. So you're not equal with a youth director.
Do you feel like a youth director should be in like that pastor position?
I feel like this is the same question as do I think youth pastors and children's pastors should be ordained ministers? Which I think yes. I think my answer is yes, but I'm not confident in that answer. I don't know. I would really have to think about that more.
Yeah, because
I
some
think-
people will say like, oh, like you're doing that job. Why is it not the same title?
Well, because if you're not ordained, then you're not a pastor.
Yeah.
So you can get mad that you're not called the youth pastor, but go get ordained. And then you'll be called the youth pastor. Go ahead.
Do you think they should have that job before, like, do you think that should even be a job title?
I know, I don't know. I don't know if we should be letting people who aren't.
Equipped?
Yeah, it feels like they're not equipped for the job. And I don't know how I feel about that. But I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't know too much about church politics.
That would be that category. Because then you would have to hire before you fire, but what if, like, you really need to fire?
What?
Like, to have somebody ready to take over that position, like, say, like, oh, youth pastor's leaving. You would need to make sure, like, you have somebody prepared, like a youth pastor already on deck,
Yes.
to not ever have youth director,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, how would you go about that? If all of a sudden it's like, no, like, I need to leave now. Like, there's real. It's like,
No, there are people everywhere. You could hire someone. You could figure it out.
Well, if it's the wrong person, though,
Yeah.
What do you mean the wrong person?
like, sure, oh, that guy's a youth pastor, but, like,
He was ordained, he has the title, but like
you look at that
I'm
resume,
saying there's nobody in your church that could take over being the youth pastor temporarily.
but they don't have a pastoral degree.
yeah.
You think there's-
Nobody on staff has a pastoral degree. Then you got a way bigger issue.
Oh, I guess. Well, you said nobody in the church. I'm just thinking about, like, the congregation.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, no. I'm saying like you have some pastor on staff that you can be like, hey, while we search and pray for a youth pastor to come, can you take over in the interim? I'm also like, it's okay to be like, hey, we're gonna look. We're hoping it's only 2 months. I know you're not ordained, but you know
Billy
the
Bob.
youth. You were under this pastor for a long time. Like usually there's volunteers, there's helpers, there's people that have been so involved in the youth for like years under pastors. They'd be like, hey, do you think you could run this? We're going to have a whole team behind you that's going to come up. They're going to help you out, but do you think you can run it for 2 months while we look for somebody?
And say it's me, and I'm like, yeah. And then what happens if my team fails me? And that team wasn't given to me.
Well, that's a leadership issue. You're not being a good leader.
Me?
Yes.
What?
Because it's up to you ultimately to
No,
lead
but
that
like
team.
the church never provided that team. Like, because you just told me as Mr. Head
Well,
Pastor.
still a leadership issue. Then it's a head pastor issue.
Oh, okay. It's not my problem.
He's
though.
not leading you.
Well, it is my problem.
But yeah,
It is your
I'm like,
problem.
if I were you, I'm finding my own team.
Yes, speak up.
Go find some Rugrats.
Yeah, off the streets.
Billy Bob, third row. You're up. Oh, that's funny.
All right. Since you're talking about it, I'm going to say it.
I'm scared.
Well, I already know what you're going to say, but I want to
Okay.
talk more in depth about it. Like,
Okay, tell
women pastors.
Ooh.
This is awkward.
This is awkward. Women pastors, what about them?
Do you think that should be an allowed title?
Yes.
That would have been awkward.
Why would it be
If I
awkward for
said
you?
no. Well, I have multiple siblings and a parent who is pastors, who has been pastors.
And they're women.
And
just
they're
to
women.
Specify. Just to clarify.
My mother and sister.
What do you
Have
do? You
been
think there
pastors.
should be a limit on like what they can pastor?
A limit? How?
Okay, earlier I'm not saying that you were saying this, but you said this. You said like the man leads the household like the pastor.
I strongly
So
believe this.
would you say
I
a lead
think
pastor can only be a man?
no. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that with a hard answer.
With the hard NO.
Yeah. But I think God has equipped men to be able to lead more successfully than women most of the time. I feel like I'm choosing my words very carefully.
I think you chose them very nicely.
I think that there are times, though, when men fail. And because of that, women have to step in and do it. I don't think that's even like that means if you have a male choice, you should go with the male choice over the female choice. That's not what I'm saying. But I just think it's gotten to that point in society. Like, I think our world is at that point. Men, and not like all men, but men they're weaker than they used to be. And that God really created them to be. And they don't step up. And so because of that, yeah, women have had to step in. And I think there are great female pastors who are fantastic at their jobs. But I also, I don't know if a woman should, maybe not even should, but should be the first option to be the head pastor of a church. I think that's a lot to say. You know?
I don't know.
My opinion is that men have a deeper and stronger will. And because of that, they're able to lead better. And they should be. They should be able to lead better. Because that's how God made them.
Because biblically, the man is supposed to lead.
Yeah.
And wouldn't the church be a household though?
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking like, yeah,
But
totally.
yes, there are certain households where like the woman does need to lead
Yeah.
because the man is not present or
Well,
the man
I will say this.
isn't capable.
I grew up in a very matriarchal home. Like, my mom, she was the parent. She was the one.
She wore the pants?
Who was like, but my dad was, and the only reason I think really it comes off that way is because my mom is loud and my mom is more strong-willed than my dad is. And my dad was just softer. He wasn't as loud about it. But if we had like any spiritual questions, we were going to my dad. And if we had, and ultimately my dad's like, was the final say. Like if it was kind of like, oh, well, mom said maybe, and well, dad said maybe, and like dad had to make the ultimate decision. And so I think my perspective is interesting because I would say my mom was like the leader of the home. And so, but a lot of that too is like my dad was working, my mom was home, so that's kind of hard. But overall, my dad was the spiritual head of the household. And he knew, and he took responsibility for the fact that anything spiritual that was going on in the home was on his head. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
even though my mom was the leader, my dad bore the responsibility, and he knew that. And he knew that to the world and to God, he was the one who was going to face the consequences of what was happening in his home.
Gotcha.
And I think that's like a really specific view. I don't think it should be that we like to make leadership this like, or the man being the head of the home, like this very specific, we want to put it all in a box. And I don't think that's necessarily correct. I don't think it's right, but yeah. So that's kind of what I mean with the church. Like, I think that God, I really do think and believe that God has given males a like stronger constitution, and so they stick with things a lot more. Even like men have a, I mean, right? Like men and women play very specific roles, and they're supposed to, because they're supposed to even each other out. You're supposed to be as one. You're supposed to be a like fully operational human. But we've made it this like, the idea of the man leading the home means the woman is weak. She doesn't have an opinion. She doesn't have a say. She's going to sit back and do whatever she's doing. And that's not necessarily true. It's just more like, if I'm having a discussion with my husband and he says something and I can say, I don't know, I don't agree with that. But ultimately, his is the last decision because he's the one who's going to stand before God one day. I'm not going to. He is. And so that's what has to be the important factor. He's the leader in the home because he has the awareness that he's going to be the one standing before God.
Yeah.
And where he led his family, where he led his wife, where he led his kids is really on him. And so that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And
And
I
people get
think-
so shocked by the idea. Like,
Yeah.
they tell me, like, why would you submit to your husband? I don't have a husband. But, like, that's a desire of mine, is to be able to have a husband and to submit to
Yeah.
him. And they're like, well, why? And it's like, well, when you are choosing your husband, because it is a choice, it's not like oh, there's that perfect
Yeah.
match out there.
Yep.
You're going to choose somebody who you know you are capable of submitting to and is worth submitting to.
Well, I just want to ask, like, do you want to respond? Do you want to sit in front of God one day? Do you? Like, do I want to stand in front of God and have a responsibility over my entire family? And over my significant other? No. I don't want to. But if a woman wants to, go ahead. You lead your family. You be the spiritual head. Do it. I think it's a hard place to be. And I think it is a lot more responsibility than we give men credit for.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, being a man would be hard.
Yeah. But men also, that's what I'm saying, like the men in our society haven't taken that seriously. They don't own that identity anymore. It's like, no, we're equal, it's fine. It's like, no. I mean, I hope if I find a man one day, he is fully aware that he's going to be the one in charge, standing in front of God, taking responsibility for it. And every decision he makes, he's going to have to answer for.
I feel like you can even see, like, within, like, a congregation. I feel like a congregation tends to be more women.
Yeah.
And that's because, like, a lot of women, like, they get married and then they kind of find God and then they end up going to church
Yeah.
with their kids and their husbands at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what
Which
do you
isn't,
think?
like, anything like bad on them, but it's just, like, more of, like, the men of society and how like they just don't want to go anywhere. Like, oh, they're not gonna go to like a men's group where like there's women that
Yeah.
are like, oh, let's do this guy, which maybe that is just more of like that feminine personality of like that
Yeah.
socialization.
And the hospitality, and women crave community more, and they, yeah, I mean, because everybody has their roles.
Joy,
Yes.
thank you for coming on. Thank you for being here. Thank you for closing your book to be here.
Stop. So embarrassing.
Wait, is that her shirt?
Yeah, it says, I closed my book to be here.
I closed my book to be.
She's worse than the I turned off my video game to be.
Yeah, we have some youth kids, and well, mostly one of them, mainly one of them, only one of them. Yes, thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking time out of your day to stop here specifically and be here.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Do you have any challenges for the audience, for us, for Chris
Yourself?
and I, for yourself, for anyone in this room?
That you want to challenge other people to commit to.
Just a challenge.
To
Be
commit
something light, something a little bit
Discipleship.
Yeah,
Get
I think my
disciples.
challenge is to actually get plugged into church
Wait, you?
What do you mean by
Or
that?
as a
others?
whole. Everyone. Me too. I mean, not just church, the building, but the community and the people, and actually get plugged into discipleship and how
a group?
how not necessarily, but learning really also to disciple on some level yourself and what that looks like, and being in your word, but being in community, because it's so important, and you don't know sacrifice unless you're helping other people. And
Carrying one another's burdens.
yeah, and you're helping the widows and orphans, and yeah, get connected, talk to people, get discipled, be in your word, pray.
I'll pray for joy for everybody. You guys all need joy. The spiritual fruit.
Real.
Wait, one of my favorite things that Joy ever said
Oh no.
was like, she was like, yeah, everyone's always like, Joy, that's such a nice name. Oh, yeah, Joy,
That's how I
Joy.
talk.
And she was like, but I hated that because that just because that's my name, that doesn't mean that's who I am. And then one day she really felt like Joy because a certain person said something super specific that I don't remember. And she was like, wow, I love my name.
Aww.
That was roughly the story. No, I just think like when you have a name like Joy, even Grace, like every time you're like, I'm Joy, people are like, oh my gosh, I see it all over you. I see it all over you. And you're like, what? Like, you don't even know me. You literally I just introduced myself to you. And they like have this preconceived notion of who you are. And I think I've gotten to the point where I am that now. Like, I'm like, yeah, I do hope that I exude joy.
Your name's Joy.
On every level, because that is what you like. That's God.
Yes. Amen.
God, I just thank you so much for this day. I thank you that Joy was able to make it here safely. And I just pray for her. I pray for her city, Lord. I pray that you continue to meet people where they are at in the city of Stockton and just throughout the county, Lord, that you just bless our country and that you continue to just work in your favor, Lord, over this country, that people will see your goodness and that is just covered in it, Lord. I pray that people recognize your sovereignness, Lord, and they seek the church, Lord, and not the church as a building, but the church, the community, the build, that fellowship, and they seek your goodness and your truth, Lord, not just a feeling, but your goodness. And I pray over just the leadership of the Western Church, Lord, that you continue to just do what you need to do in it, Lord, and I pray that it is accepted and that they walk in it boldly, Lord. I pray that over just our country and, the leadership in the church, Lord, that you are handpicking each and every person that is given a role and that you are protecting their families, Lord, and that there's a blessing over them, Lord. I pray over the people that are seeing their leadership, Lord, I pray that they question it with confidence, Lord, and that those people are able to answer the questions that need to be answered, and they answer it with your truth, Lord. And they take the time to say, hey, I don't know that right now, but I will get back to you. And they honor that, and they do get back to them, and they search your word for your truth, Lord. I pray over Joy and her family and her life, Lord, that you are going to bless her and honor her for the things that she has done and the things that she is continuing to do, Lord, that are in your name, Lord, the things that you have called her to. And yeah, that you just continue to move in her life, and that she continues to exude, is that the word? Joy to everything that she sees, everyone that she sees. And yeah, in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I have it. We can do it right now.
You have it with you?
It's right there. Ryan, show them the frog.
No, Ryan!
Is it a real frog?
Ryan,
Is it dead?
stop!
Is it alive? I'm
No.
so
I got that on camera.
Ryan! No, you didn't.
Yeah, it's
No! Why is it just there?
What do you mean?
Ryan, please, don't do it again. Ryan.
Why are you,
You should throw it
freaking
at
out
her.
about this?
That's freaking.
He laughed. He made an actual noise.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Alyssa.
I don't like frogs.
This is a
I have frogs, but they're alive.
I think this one's still alive.
No, it's not.
It moved.
Don't say that.
I want to eat a frog so bad.
Dude, frog legs are actually amazing.
Probably. You probably know. So
Anyways.